Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm ASKnowlin, and today's pop Q is: defeat is not the worst of failures. Not to have tried is the true failure. And that's by George Edward Woodbury. Alright, let's go ahead and get started for today. Today, we're going to be talking about inequalities, but more importantly, solving inequalities. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first example here. Let's go back to our note real quick. When dividing by a negative number, flip the inequality symbol. That's the only thing we need to remember here. Other than that, solving inequalities is just like solving an equation. Okay. Alright, so first we want to start by rewriting our inequality, 2x plus 6 is greater than or equal to 10. Alright, now one thing you want to remember: whenever you move things from side to side in an equation or an inequality, you always want to do the opposite. Okay, well, first I want to start off by moving this positive 6. And when I move it over here, it's going to become a negative 6. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2x is greater than or equal to 10. And now instead of writing positive 6, I'm going to write negative 6. I'm going to go ahead and simplify that. That's going to give me 2x is greater than or equal to 4. Now I have 2 times x. 2 times x. If I want to undo multiplication, I want to do that with division. So since I'm multiplying by 2, I'm going to divide by 2 and show that by doing this. Okay, now that I've divided by 2, the 2's cancel out. X is greater than or equal to 2. I did not have to use my little note here because I didn't divide by a negative 2. I divided by a positive 2. Go ahead and circle your answers. Remember to always circle your answers. Okay. Come down here. Next problem. Negative 4x minus 1 is less than negative 9. Now first I want to go ahead and start off by rewriting my problem again. It's always a good habit to rewrite your problems. Okay. Alright. Now we want to first start off by moving this across. And now remember, as I said before, when we move it across, it's going to do the opposite. So right now it's negative. When I see it over here next time, it should be positive. So negative 4x less than negative 9 plus 1. Okay. There, as you can see right here, when I moved them across, it became positive. Okay. Simplify that. That's going to give me negative 4x less than negative 8. Alright. Now, just in case, for some of us, if we ever forget to, okay, we can combine our like terms. If you forget how to do this, you just come over to the side over here. Negative 9. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 positive. Get rid of your 0 pair. Count all of these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Alright. Now we come back down here. Finish out our inequality, solving it. This says negative 4 times x. So to undo multiplication, once again, we're going to divide. Okay. And since it's being multiplied by negative 4, we're going to divide by negative 4. Now, when we divide by negative 4 here, we're going to have to go back up to our note. Note tells us when dividing by a negative number, flip the inequality symbol. So, negative 4 cancels out. Negative divided by a negative. If we ever forget, draw your triangle. That's for multiplication or division. Alright. 2 negatives. My answer should come out to be positive, and that's going to be positive 2. Using the note tells me to flip my sign. So this says x is greater than 2. And I'm done. Circle my final answer. Okay. Now I did forget. I'm gonna go back up here and show combining like terms. Okay. That's 10 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of your 0 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count what's left over. Alright, and that's what gave us that 4 right there. Boom. Alright, let's look at the next two. Okay, so once again, this is our example, and we got our note here. When divided by a negative number, flip the inequality symbol. So we have negative n divided by 2 plus 3 is greater than 9. When I rewrite this, I'm going to rewrite this with a 1 in front of that negative sign. Okay. Alright. Oops, I made a mistake here. I'm going to make this into a 2 the best way I can. Okay, that's a 2. Alright, I apologize about that. Alright, now, as I was saying, we're going to start off by moving this positive 3, and when I move it across here, it's going to do the opposite, so it's going to be negative 3. So this is going to be negative 1 over 2n is greater than 9 minus 3. Simplify that. And that gives us 6. Okay. Now, once again, if we run into troubles combining our like terms, circle them over on the side. Positive 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 negatives. Get rid of your 0 pairs. 1, 2, 3. Count what's left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Now, over here, we have this negative 1 over 2n, or this negative 1 over 2 times n. Now, since we want to undo this division first, okay? You can definitely do this problem different ways, but one of the best ways to do this is to go ahead and undo the division, and they're dividing by 2. So we want to go ahead and show that we want to multiply on both sides by 2. So it's going to give us negative 1n is greater than 12, alright? And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw a little arrow, come over here. And remember, we're going to go ahead and divide by a negative 1 here. And we're dividing because this is negative 1 times, and the opposite of timesing is dividing. Okay, get rid of that. Flip the sign because it says when dividing by a negative, you flip the inequality sign. It's going to be negative 12 and n. And if you forget about your multiplication and division, how to divide, alright. Positive divided by a negative, cover it up, our answer should be negative. That's negative 12. And we did a good job here, okay? Alright, let's take a look at the next example. We have 3/4 n plus 3 less than or equal to negative 3. Alright, let's see how this one turns out. Rewrite it. Alright, we want to first start off by moving this positive 3 and making it a negative 3 over here. Alright, and when we simplify this, just like it's still combining like terms. Negative 3, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't have any 0 pairs to get rid of because they're all negatives, so we just simply circle them, count them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to give us a negative 6. Alright, that's what we have there. Now we want to go ahead and undo this dividing by 4 here, and the undo division we multiply, so we're going to show that we're multiplying by 4 on both sides. Okay, 4's cancel out. That's going to give us 3n is less than or equal to negative 24. Okay, and remember, if you forget how to do your multiplication and division, use the triangle. Alright, negative times a positive, it's going to give us a negative, and 6 times 4 is 24. Alright, now our last step here is just simply going to be divide, because this is 3 times n. And undo multiplication, we divide. And that's going to simply leave us with n is less than or equal to negative 8. Now the sign doesn't flip here because we didn't divide by a negative. So the sign stays the same. And that's going to be it there. Okay. And that's going to wrap up today's lesson on inequalities, solving inequalities. Alright, I love y'all. Let me know how I did. Talk to y'all later.